What happens when you take a hyper-competitive apex predator out of the air and stick them at the bottom of the ocean where the pressure is enough to crush a steel pipe? You get Sandy Cheeks, the most psychologically fascinating character in Bikini Bottom and the literal embodiment of the results-only mindset. Most people see Sandy as just the smart one or the strong one, but if you actually look at her behavior through the lens of performance psychology, she isn't just a scientist, she's a high-functioning adrenaline addict with a pathological need for dominance. In the world of sports psychology, we talk about the growth mindset, but Sandy operates on something much more intense, the science of winning. This isn't just about being good at karate, it's about the fact that Sandy's entire identity is tethered to external validation through achievement. Think about it. Why is a squirrel from Texas living in an airlocked dome under thousands of pounds of water? It's the ultimate flex. It's a physical manifestation of her need to conquer an environment that is fundamentally hostile to her existence. When Sandy enters a competition, her cortisol levels don't just spike, they fuel a hyperfixation, where the process doesn't matter, only the podium does. We see this in pre-hibernation week, where she becomes a borderline villain, pushing SpongeBob to the brink of physical collapse. To Sandy, a friend isn't just a companion, they are a pacer, a metric to be beaten. If you aren't helping her win, you're an obstacle. This is the dark triad of achievement: narcissism in her abilities, a touch of Machiavellianism in how she manipulates her environment to suit her needs, and a complete lack of empathy for anyone who can't keep up with her caloric burn. But here's the kicker: Sandy's biggest weakness is her inability to handle stagnation. In psychology, we call this the arrival fallacy, the idea that once you reach a goal, you'll be happy. But for Sandy, the results are a drug with a very short half-life. The second she wins the karate match or solves the formula, she's already looking for the next peak to climb, because her self-worth is zero unless she is currently the best. She isn't just a squirrel in a suit, she's a cautionary tale about what happens when you optimize your brain for 100% efficiency and 0% peace. She has mastered the science of winning, but she's completely failed the science of being. If you want to win like Sandy, you have to be willing to be the most hated person in the room as long as you're the one holding the trophy. That is the brutal reality of the results-only lifestyle, and it's why Sandy Cheeks is the most dangerous person under the sea.